Hi. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Let's not do that. Let's start over.
I'm fine.
No, we're not playing this as Davrak and Saskia.
Okay, let's not talk about Dungeons and Dragons on the show yet. People aren't ready for that.
People aren't ready to find out that we're even nerdier than we seem. Not only are we people who create a podcast while doing puzzles, we play D&D.
Hi there, welcome back to The Living.
The Dead.
And the Cats.
The Cats! Hi, Howard.
Hi, Howard.
Howard's sitting on the couch behind us, making sure that we do a quality job.
We moved recording places again because, as some of you may have noticed, there was a little bit of an echo and some vent action and all sorts of bad things happening with the last recordings, so
But the light is so much better in that.
I know, the light is not great right now, but it is on the table, and that's good.
Okay, alright. And we have 2 cats. And, yeah.
Surprisingly, we've been good so far, but just a disclaimer to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna swear. We're gonna say curse words.
Yeah, we do that.
So if you're cool with that, stick around.
If you're not, put in your headphones.
There we go.
Oh, I was just assuming they'd still listen, but maybe not want their coworkers and or children.
Yeah.
And are you someplace where you actually get to be with coworkers? Wow.
Yay!
Super cool.
All right. Do we have?
I have corrections.
We'll do that after the music plays.
Okay. All right.
Are we ready to?
Fuck it, let it roll.
Fuck it, let it roll.
That were buried deep underneath me. In with the good thoughts, out with the bad thoughts. Thank you for your money. My fingers were stinging, left with the same feeling. No one's really listening. Bad things are gonna happen.
And then the music plays.
Yeah. And the music is done.
Yeah, the music is done now.
We'll talk about that later.
All right, so I talked about the movie Grease last episode. See, these are always my corrections because we figure out Harry's while we're talking, and mine, I don't, because he trusts me.
I trust you.
You really shouldn't.
I'm learning that more and more each week.
Anyway, Nanette Fabre was not in the movie Grease. It was Joan Blondell. I was thinking of the little secretary, and that was Joan Blondell, not Nanette Fabre. She was not in that show. Also, in case you were deadly curiosity...
Wait, what little secretary?
In Grease?
Yeah.
The principal's secretary. I don't think she's in the musical, but she's in the...
Okay.
She, rings the chimes.
Okay.
And she's very ditzy.
I saw this movie, once, a long time ago.
It's not... Yeah, no, it's really a terrible story. Anyway.
I know that.
Anyway, Frankie Avalon sang Beauty School Dropout. And what I find astounding is how young he was when the movie came out. And realizing he was really very young when he was popular in the 50s and 60s. And, anyway.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the puzzle.
Was that all your corrections? Are you good?
I probably have more, but those are the only ones I'm aware of. My other note has to do with the furnace coming on and making that terrible noise.
We already covered that.
Yeah, that's at 40:59 in episode 3.
If you want to check.
If you want to check it out. The furnace comes on and apparently
terrible.
it's super loud.
Yes.
Because I was listening to it and going, what is that noise? So we're sorry if you noticed. And if you didn't notice, you might want to get your hearing checked.
All right, let's talk about the puzzle. What is our puzzle this week?
I feel like we're on Weekend Edition on NPR talking about the puzzle and that you're the puzzle editor of the New York Times. What's his name? He has such a great voice. Anyway, our puzzle this week, we're back to 1,000 pieces.
Oh, like the crossword?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I found my first connection. Yes, we are back up to 1,000 pieces. We are doing a map of our
fair home.
Of our beautiful home of
Much
snowy Seattle.
Which is not a thing, but it is today.
I have we both agree we have never seen this much snow in Seattle, which isn't saying much for me, but for Mom...
Yeah. I apparently did miss quite a snow a couple of years ago when I was in Madagascar, but...
No, because I was here during that, and it wasn't this.
Okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah. It snowed, sure, but it, like...
So it's been snowing for more than 24 hours solid. Not like a dump load, because it's Seattle and that just doesn't happen, but we got snow. Real snow.
It's very pretty. It's very nice snow.
Yes.
There were people sledding on...
so cute.
On the streets.
I know. I hope none of them die.
Well, yeah, me too.
They opened the golf courses so people could go sledding on the golf courses.
Yeah, you told me that earlier. That was wonderful.
Telling our listeners that.
I know. I was just trying to...
Smart ass.
What? I wasn't saying...
Oh, all right. Anyway, so this puzzle is a map of our fair city, and I was really excited because I thought, I know Seattle really well, and then I started really thinking about it, and now I'm super nervous about this puzzle. The first thing Harry pointed out, which I hadn't even thought of, was like, Mom, there's a lot of water in Seattle, and it's all blue.
Yeah, this is like a...
street map.
Yeah, it's not like a geographic... Topographical map. It's a street map, so when there's water, it's just
blue.
One color blue. Just kind of blue.
Yeah.
And so these big swaths of Puget Sound and Lake Washington are going to be very...
Lake Union, and there's just, if you know
I
Seattle...
don't think Lake Union will be that hard, as considering the scale.
Anyway, there's a lot of water around Seattle.
This goes with your E.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, look, Elliott Bay. Yeah. Anywho. So we're excited to talk about Seattle.
Yeah.
And our favorite places in Seattle.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place in Seattle, Harry? Do you have like one?
Like my one favorite place?
Yeah. I mean, like if you could just plop yourself into... If you were gone... Yeah. Where would you want to go to in Seattle? Like, what would be on your mind?
I would plop myself, like, I'm thinking of, like, in Roller Coaster Tycoon, the little hook hand that you pick up. It was a game me and Maddie played on the computer.
Okay, I'm like, Roller Coaster Tycoon, okay.
Back in the day. You had, like, your... visitors, and you could pick them up and plop them down wherever you wanted.
Oh, okay, got you.
And it was fun. I would plop myself probably... this is vamping because I don't have an answer.
Well, mine would be the quad at the University of Washington in spring when all the cherry trees are in bloom, and or Suzzallo Library.
Where is that?
That's also at the University of Washington.
Yeah, I didn't go to the University of Washington.
No, but you toured it once.
The campus is very pretty, and if I go back to school, it will be there. But I don't have those like connections yet.
It's possible I went to school there and have memories. Yeah. Anywho.
Okay.
Not all of my memories revolve around you, child.
Okay, you are combative today. I'm just trying to... I think I would just plop myself right down at the that wheel in Volunteer Park, that the big...
Oh, the Black Sun.
The Black Sun.
Yeah. Okay.
Not because it's an especially nostalgic. Not nostalgic. What's the word?
I don't know. It's got a great view.
It's got a great view, and it's around
It goes to all the places you like to go.
It goes to all the places I spent most of my time living here, and so it'd be a good starting point.
We just moved to a new neighborhood, which is actually very close. I lived on Capitol Hill for several years, and Harry lived with me for part of that time, and it's kind of been our home base.
Yeah.
Even when we haven't lived there. But now we live in the Central District, and it's a pretty cool neighborhood and spot. It's much more neighborhoody than Capitol Hill.
It is, but you can also walk to the hill in like half an hour.
Yeah, and there's lots of houses and neighborhoody feels, but there's also all the things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Where did we go there? So we've had like food from 3 different bakeries in our neighborhood this week. Maybe just 2. I feel like we got. I don't know.
Oh no, we went to.
So
we went to Bakery Nouveau.
That's right. Okay, 3. Yeah. So there's Bakery Nouveau, which is much more Capitol Hill side. That's up on 15th and
but amazing.
John.
Yes.
Nice.
Look at you.
I know, right? I don't even drive.
You do. You just don't like to.
Yeah. Well,
but we talked about that last episode, son.
Yeah, we're over it. Cafe Nouveau on John and 15th. Bakery Nouveau. Super busy in non-COVID times.
Still pretty busy.
Still pretty busy.
Well, because they're not a sit-down place anyway.
Yes, and they were very. They're one of the places that is very stringent about their distancing, which both of us appreciate because.
Yeah. We don't want to be getting no COVID.
Yeah.
True.
And
then
yesterday you brought us. Yesterday, you brought us raised donuts because my birthday was on Wednesday.
Yay! It's true. And David's birthday is this coming... No, your birthday was on Thursday.
Was it?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
And David's birthday is this coming Wednesday.
Yes. Yes.
So we do birthday celebrations because February is so many people.
Yes, it's...
What is it with people having sex in May? Wow.
It's spring.
The COVID babies. No, we talked about that last time too.
Did we?
Maybe.
I thought that was off the air.
Oh, okay. Hearing about some COVID babies. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure you all are too.
Anyway. And then today...
And we went to... I don't remember the name.
Temple Pastries.
Temple.
Down at 25th and Jackson, and oh my lord. Those were
really good.
Yeah, but they do savory.
One of them was just like, a salted caramel donut?
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
Yeah.
I like donuts, but usually it's just like, yep, that was a donut. It was good.
Yeah.
And this was...
We didn't even talk about raised donuts, and those were good.
Those were awesome, but we've had those before, so...
I haven't been to raised donuts before.
We had a whole...
I wasn't here.
You brought us some.
Nope.
Ordered them.
Nope.
I swear.
Nope. This was the first time I had been there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho. They also have gluten-free donuts, which I didn't try, but we're going to. Oh God, you guys are starting your diet. They're starting a diet in a week. I'm very disappointed. Anyway. And no, for me, it was the Reuben. They had a Reuben croissant.
The Reuben was good, but
I'm sorry,
it was not as good as an actual Reuben would have been.
I really liked it. Well, because it wasn't as big as a Reuben actually would be.
Yeah, but it would also
wasn't
ratios
hot.
were different. There was
but But
it's much more
the Reuben flavoring,
to...
the Reuben flavoring with the croissant outside, I just thought
Yes,
that
I would love to
worked
just have a Reuben on a croissant, though.
I see your point.
Sorry, I didn't mean to, argue.
You are absolutely allowed to argue. Anyway,
Just
and apparently there's a good barbecue place down there, but it was not open because we were out early.
And we weren't really feeling barbecue.
Well, no, we went walking in the snow, and it was a couple miles.
It was pretty
You
tough.
forget that a foot of snow, especially in Seattle, where the snow does not tend to be dry,
Yeah.
it weighs a bit. It's like wearing. Do you remember, for those of you who are old enough, and they may still do this, but like ankle and wrist weights that you would use when you would work out to increase your workout load?
I think people still do that.
Well, that's kind of what walking through wet snow feels like when you do it for a couple hours.
Maddie did those for a while.
Oh my God.
Sorry, have I talked about Maddie 3 episodes in a row now?
She's your sister, I understand that.
I know, but she won't.
She'll get over it.
Okay.
Come on, they just got a puppy.
Oh yeah! My sister got a puppy and, well, they got a dog.
He's 6 months old. I mean,
Oh,
that's
really?
still a puppy. Yeah.
He looks older.
Well, that's because he's super, pitiful looking. I mean, not pitiful like ugly, although he's distinctly different, but pitiful like he always looks like
Keep digging.
You'll edit this out, right? I want Maddie to talk to me again. No, he just kind of always looks like super sad.
He's adorable.
He's adorable.
He does not look super sad, though.
He looks guilty, like he just did something really bad behind the couch.
Very happy.
No, he doesn't. He looks like he's been naughty.
Okay.
But your sister's absolutely in love, and between your dad getting... I guess it wasn't really your dad, because he got it for Elisa. Between Elisa getting Amelie and your sister getting Kiko, I kind of want a dog.
Yes.
You might have noticed that.
My mother and my husband both want a dog.
Some people in the house don't. Some people besides the cats who probably also don't.
I just don't want a dog until I have a yard for a dog.
I have a beautiful yard.
We have a beautiful jungle.
You're not wrong.
A dog cannot, run, cannot play fetch in our yard.
No. But I don't see any of us as people who would go out and play fetch with a dog.
Well, then we shouldn't get a dog, huh?
Not every dog likes to play fetch.
Every dog likes to play fetch.
You have...
Half of our cats like to play fetch.
No, frankly, of the dogs you have had growing up, your cats prefer playing fetch to the dogs.
Yeah.
Neither Denali nor Jazz played fetch.
Jazz totally played fetch. She just didn't bring anything back.
That's what fetch is.
Okay, but she liked chasing balls.
She really didn't. I swear half the time she'd just look at me like, are you going to go get that now? Because I don't know why you threw it away. Anyway. We don't have fetchy dogs.
I don't remember that being true at all.
Okay. Well, and we know that my memory is fading quickly. We're not really talking about Seattle, but that's okay.
We were.
Oh, I know. We have a lot of amazing parks here, and some of them are very nice and formal, and some of them are very wild.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've started running up through the Arboretum, and it's very...
Arboretum-y.
It's very arbory.
There's lots
Arboreal.
of trees. Yes. What are you going to say, young man?
Why do you choose to live in Seattle?
Because I don't know. I mean, part of it is because you and David are here.
Mm-hmm.
I moved here after living in Chelan for 10 years because I felt like I needed a fresh start. And I was finding it challenging to survive in Chelan.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired of working 3 jobs, not having any benefits, feeling like not that I wasn't going anywhere. I was doing a lot of really neat and interesting things, but I wanted more security for myself. And Seattle was the next logical choice because it was still close to my family, my children specifically, and my parents. And I got a job here that allows me to work with really amazing people, and y'all are still here, and so, but the weather in Seattle in the winter and for parts of the year is very challenging for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it is beautiful, and if I get outside despite the weather and the dark, it's better.
Good.
So that's been an interesting aspect to the pandemic, is that I have gotten outside a lot more than I normally would.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Perfect.
We
were both looking around trying to figure out where our pieces fit, and then we looked at each other's pieces, and they fit
They were
together.
just little buddies.
It
They
was
were
very
meant to
cute.
be together.
Aww.
Aww. Why do you live in Seattle?
Because I love the weather.
You really do.
Yeah,
Your husband, not always.
my husband, not always, but he likes autumnal weather. He's still... He's more in my boat than yours.
Okay.
In that area, but
Yeah.
yeah, he still gets like
The winter thing.
the winter thing, which we've discussed
before.
But,
But it's still winter, folks.
well, it's finally winter. It's been fall. I don't know.
So you've
I've
lived...
always liked living in big cities.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah, where have you lived?
so I grew up, I was in Chelan.
Yeah. Chelan, which is a small-ish town in north central Washington, which is primarily tourism-based, but also agriculture, apples, pears, cherries,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So it's an interesting dichotomy. And in the summer is super crowded with lots of people from the west side.
Which was terrifying this last summer, specifically.
Yes. Anyway, so
Anyway.
you've lived there.
I've lived there. We lived in Santa Barbara. We lived in Portland, but I don't really remember
You don't
that.
have to count Portland or Spokane. I know you don't remember though.
Well, I remember Portland-ish.
Yeah.
I don't really. But...
Well, I feel like if we went to certain areas in Portland, they would feel familiar, but we could go anywhere in Spokane and you'd be like, ah.
I don't know. Mom and I lived in an apartment together on Capitol Hill my senior year of high school. And then I moved to New York City, for college. And that was wonderful. And if I could afford to live there as comfortably as I have lived in Seattle, I would totally still be there. But...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I knew you love it and miss it. I didn't realize that you would actually...
Well, I missed Seattle a lot, but it was because I couldn't afford to visit.
Gotcha.
Like...
It was because you couldn't afford to live in New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean... Yes, so I love New York, and I can't wait to visit again, although our first post-COVID trip is going to be to visit David's family in the South, in the proper South.
Some people in the South don't consider the Carolinas proper South.
Well,
I know.
the ones I know.
Right, because they live there, right?
Right, so we should...
Okay.
Anyway,
Don't use your claws, darling.
here, I'll hold her. You do the puzzle. I'll just sit with my Rexy girl.
There's always a cat.
Yeah.
Why'd it have to be cats?
You're so sweet.
Oh, my golly. So it is Saturday, February 13th. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, which, I thought you guys were going out to dinner tonight. I mean, not a good night to go out to dinner considering the weather, but...
On the 13th?
Well, when were you going to Elliot's?
On the 20th.
Oh, wrong Saturday. Okay, never mind.
Oh, that's right. I did keep saying just Saturday. My bad. Ow! Fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. She does have claws.
It's okay. I laughed at you.
Oh, yeah, you did. Asshole.
Thank you.
Anywho.
This puzzle is turning out to be harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Not sun puzzle level.
Oh, no.
At all.
Never. There will never be anything that... But I'm frankly blaming it a lot on the light, which I am really struggling with.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we can take that lamp from over there and move it over here? Oh my good Lord, yes. So much better. This is going to make all the difference. We're going to whip this puzzle out in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
That is
Let's do it.
such a lie.
Yes.
Interesting colors.
Are they?
No.
I see blue and brown.
I see peach and beige and then kind of a split pea soup.
Yeah.
Not like in a really pleasing way.
Yep.
Okay.
But don't.
Oh, I'm not.
What?
Is that? I don't. Is that right?
Yes, because I see the little arrow of the 4 on the
Okay. All right. So this. Okay. This is my West Seattle corner. I know where this is.
Yeah, I need to start looking at the actual street names and
Right?
using them because it counts like...
Well, and there's directionals on them.
Yeah.
Like northeast. Gonna be up there. This is all our southwest.
Yeah.
That is the nice thing about maps.
Yeah.
They're fairly
But we're also
predictable.
working on the edge, so we kind of already knew all of that information already. It was just hard.
It's hard.
It's so hard. This is why we need to be able to have guests so that they can help us with the puzzle.
Okay.
Or we'll just make them do it all.
You do a puzzle while we sit and interview you.
Yes.
I mean, it could work.
I think it sounds like fun.
And then we can make fun of how poorly they do.
No, because we're nice to other people.
We are.
I mean, nicer than we are to each other.
We're pretty nice to each other if you really want to.
Speak for yourself.
Fuck you. Anyway.
I'm gesturing.
You're gesturing in the hole and thus proving my point.
Yeah.
King County International Airport and the Museum of Flight.
Wait, we have another airport?
Did you not know that? It is only international because I think they get flights from Canada. It's not a real airport.
So sorry to any employees of the King County International Airport.
The Museum of Flight, however, is pretty cool, and I'm not even someone that gets excited about stuff like that.
I went to it once. It was no big whoop.
Well, I've been to it 3 times, so...
Clearly.
You liked the Leonardo da Vinci stuff.
Oh. You went with me, I forgot. No, I did enjoy myself. I was just trying to stir up trouble so we could have a Twitter war and get famous.
A Twitter war.
Somebody start a Twitter war with us.
Why would we want that?
Because it's on the internet, so there's no consequences.
See, I know where this is because it's Alki. It's on the internet and there's no consequences. Wow. I feel like you're talking about our president or something.
I just went on Facebook this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't see a single post that wasn't sharing an article.
Really? Because all I saw were posts sharing pictures of snow.
Yeah, all, like, I wonder if, like, I go to my timeline right now, and I feel like something... Hey, article, ad, article, article, article. No, there's a picture. Okay. Thank you, my husband, for breaking the trend. No, but I was scrolling earlier, and I just, like, kept going and going and going, and it was just all news articles. I was very confused.
Well, I hear people talk that, the algorithm, and I get like, okay, I don't know.
I just miss the days of most recent.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Instagram, hi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the same thing.
Well, but if I have my timeline sorted by most recent, I know when I've seen everything.
Gotcha.
I know when I've
gotten through it all.
Yeah.
Did you even think that was going to work?
I saw the colors, okay? I saw the colors.
Uh-huh. You were going to hurt me. There you go. That is something Park. Oh, look at you just jamming the pieces together. And jamming them in a way that works, not like forcing them to go because he is having a temper tantrum.
Oh, thanks. I am having a temper tantrum, though.
Nope, not a goer.
Did you really think that was going to...
No, I didn't.
Then why'd you try it?
Well, it succeeded. I didn't just try it succeeded. It just was wrong.
Okay.
I feel like there should be more edge pieces.
I feel like there should be more places that we should talk about in Seattle that are amazing and wonderful.
West Seattle over here.
What's in West Seattle? I don't...
Husky Deli. Remember, we went there.
Oh, yeah, that was really cool.
And Alki Beach.
Yeah.
And really cute neighborhoods and houses. And currently, because the West Seattle Bridge is out, no decent effing way to get there.
Yeah.
Did I just use effing? That's so cute of me. No fucking good way to get there.
No, what was funny was you censored yourself and then came back in with effing. And so you said no fucking effing.
Anyway. So West Seattle has this bridge that was built, back in the late 80s.
In the ladies.
And during the pandemic, it was discovered that this bridge, which goes way bloody high in the air, like disturbingly high if you could see off the edges, it would make me uncomfortable, that it had cracks in it, and so they closed it down. Well, a hell of a lot of people live in West Seattle, and now they have a 2-lane road to get to and from there that involves going significantly far out of their way south for the most part. I mean, unless you work to the south, in which case, yay. But it was for quite a while this great community to live in that was near downtown, but very distinctly separate from it, but easy to get to and from, and now it is hell.
Well, it's still probably a nice place to live.
Yes.
Just
if you
difficult to commute from.
Yes, which I mean, not a terrible time to not be able to commute. I have to admit, but shoo. Yeah, and it has this great beach, and it sticks out. And I lived there for about a year in the late 80s, and the weather's always better in West Seattle than it is in the rest of the city. Like, you can look out and look over to downtown and see clouds and gray, and you're sitting in the sun going, doesn't suck to be here. That was when Grandpa and Grandma still lived on this side of the mountains, and I swear every time I called her, it was better where I was than where she was.
I never spent a whole lot of time in West Seattle.
No.
I went over with you guys to check it out when we were looking for places to live.
Yeah.
And I went there maybe, I could count on one hand how many times I've been over to Alki Beach, basically.
Yeah. Maddie and I went for a run there once. It was very nice.
It would be a very good running spot, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we have a pretty good setup where we are, too.
Yes. West Seattle's just, like, if you run along
it's
Alki,
a bit flatter.
It's flat. Well, not, I mean, if you go any place but along the beach, it's not flat.
Right.
Again, with the hill thing in Seattle.
We do have it.
Mercy me.
You want it? We got it. You want it? We got it.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Harry's yawning in my ear, I feel like.
Sorry.
Are you possibly tired, child?
No, I'm trying to do the puzzle, but
He's bored. You're bored? Wow.
No.
You just don't even want to be here, do you?
I want to drink my coffee.
Well, then bring your coffee over here and drink it.
I'm trying.
But you're bitching.
God, you're so rude. You're so mean to me.
I'm not sure I like that that's our shtick. That I'm mean to you.
It's not our shtick, it's the truth.
It is not!
We're mean to each other, though, so
But we really aren't. It's like we get mean when the microphone turns on. Let's be honest here. We are not that mean to each other. We sass each other occasionally, but we're really not mean to each other. Am I? I'm not. I feel like I'm not mean to you unless I'm performing.
Okay.
But if I am, I would like you to say something. And that's not exactly...
Well, if you're not mean to me, then it's very one-sided and I feel bad. So can you be mean to me?
It's not. You're not mean to me. You're sassy sometimes. See, what's the difference between mean and sassy? That's my question here. We had a conversation the other night in which I was talking about... Should I not talk about that?
I don't like the word sassy.
Oh, okay. So there's...
I'm realizing this, like...
As we're
in
talking.
this moment.
Right.
So I can't tell you why, but
That's okay. So that's the bigger objection.
It
for you.
very much rubs me the wrong way.
Okay.
And mean doesn't, which is... Thank you, Tina Fey, I guess. Mean Girls. Great.
Yeah. I got it. I'm assuming our listeners will get it too. Oh, are you tired, baby?
No. I just forgot we were recording today.
He's kind of tired.
I'm not tired.
He's tired. You made dinner. And
You're
it was my night
tired.
to cook. He made chicken pho for dinner.
We made chicken pho for
I
dinner.
chopped vegetables, please.
Yeah, and you watched my pot.
Okay. And I went to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Woo!
You did that. It was honestly probably the hardest thing.
Okay. I don't believe that, but if you want to work that way.
Ooh, Pike Place Market.
You got the market? Oh, because you're
I'm
working. You're working.
I'm cheating.
On the edges. You're not cheating. You're
I
just being a pain in the ass.
Oh, and I have Mohi.
Yay!
That's
Like
one
you.
place in Seattle that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Thank you for introducing me.
I'm glad you like it, sir.
Mohi is the Museum of History and Industry.
When I was a kid, it was over near the University of Washington and was very funky, old. You never knew what you were going to find. It was like going into your grandma's attic. Is more what it felt like than a museum. Your grandma doesn't have an attic, but you know what I hope you know what I mean. And it's not that way anymore, but it's still really cool, and you just, it's kind of like, you never know what you're going to find. I like that aspect of it, so I'm glad you like it too.
Good. I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Seattle has some pretty cool museums, even though people I know from Chicago, hi Ryan. I said the last name, I shouldn't have done that.
You're not supposed to say last names.
I know. Oh my God. Ryan H. Who's from Chicago and feels that our museums are less than worthy, which on one hand I get because I have been to Chicago now and there are some stunning and amazing museums.
We have small museums, but we have quality museums.
Nice way to put it, Harry.
I got it from you. You have... that is a quote from you.
Well, I don't remember saying it, but I appreciate that I said it, and I'm proud of myself.
Good.
Yeah.
You should be.
I'm going to sneeze.
I'm glad.
Museums are one of the things I miss the most right now because I love going to museums because, in case you hadn't figured it out, kind of heard, hey, Madrona, that's our neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, we live in the
It's
Central
near us.
District, but Madrona's near us.
Yeah.
It's just a little fancier than we are.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the lake.
Yeah, sorry. I remember last time I went over there and...
Yeah, looked at houses and you went, oh.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Museum of History and Industry. There it is.
Booyah. Anyway, if you come to Seattle, Mohi is worth a stop.
And that's Lake Union.
Assuming this pandemic ever ends and museums open again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And traveling is safe and, just kind of all those
Lots
things.
of ifs.
Let's maybe think
When?
when. Let's go with when.
You said if to begin with.
I did. No, I'm acknowledging I was wrong. Jesus.
Oh,
Okay.
we may have to wrap it up soon.
Are you tired?
Yes.
We couldn't tell.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're all allowed to be tired, but then I'm going to be gone for a few days.
Yeah. Oh no! Wait, we can't be done already. The episode cover art is gonna look terrible. Oh no. Oh well, we made it work with the sophomore slump episode. But that was a special case.
Yeah, I really don't want to have that happen again.
No.
Not super excited about that.
Yeah, but we're just so bad at puzzles.
What's your favorite thing about Seattle besides the weather? Or what's your least favorite thing about Seattle?
I thought we weren't doing that.
I'm
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm frustrated with people who have lived here for a long time who insist on giving up on it. They are frustrated, as we all are, by some of the challenges that the city has gone through, is going through. And instead of working to make it better, they just complain and say, Seattle's over. And I think of how the first time I went to New York City, which was in about 1980, New York City was going through a really challenging time. Hello, darling.
Hi, darlings.
And, cities go through growing pains, and Seattle's definitely in the midst of one right now. And it's not a time for people to just complain about how bad it is, or, complain about the Seattle freeze, or just all these negative things, and instead figure out how to make it better. And I think having grown up here and knowing a lot of people that I grew up with and kind of hearing them bitching about it makes me both sad and frustrated.
Were you here in the 1990s when Microsoft was first getting started and Amazon was first getting started, and the city was deciding whether they were going to invest in infrastructure, whether they thought they were going to grow really hardcore, and all the people voted it down?
Yeah,
now we're 12 years, 15 years behind infrastructure.
So we left Seattle in '95, which
so that's
was
right when they're getting big.
Microsoft was already a huge thing. They already had their Redmond campus. Amazon existed, but certainly was they were only selling books, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, I remember that. These are the weirdest shaped pieces.
Yes, it is a very interesting
puzzle. Very
puzzle.
Strangely shaped. I was listening to somebody do a talk on a lot of the problems with housing and stuff stem back to the early to mid 90s votes in Seattle, where the people just decided they weren't going to invest any money in that kind of stuff, and now we're 20 years behind where we should be, and that's a lot of our growing pains.
Yeah. It's
catching up for
that
massive population growth.
That was the part where we were gone. I mean, so I got my driver's license in 1982, and we already had commuter lanes on 405, and traffic was already bad. Look at you!
I
Thank
did
you.
something!
Yay!
Yay! I'm part of
Guest puzzler. We've decided that's how we're going to do our interviews. Is we're going to interview people, and they're going to do the puzzles, and we're going to judge them. Because we're kind of
sounds
sucking
like
at
torture.
This. It does sound like torture. I don't think we'd actually do that.
Speaking of torture, I'm going to go back to watching my murder mayhem shows.
Oh. All right. Thanks for visiting, David. It was nice to chat with you.
I'm making pudding, just so you know.
Ooh.
Are you making the banana pudding?
It's the only one we have at the moment.
We have banana pudding?
Banana creme.
I did not know this.
We had it for months, I've just never made it yet.
Well, enjoy. So yeah, that's, I think, my challenge with Seattle. And it's not so much with Seattle as the attitudinals of the people at some of the peopleages.
Yeah.
But Seattle freeze is for sure a thing.
Yeah, but it's, there is some form of it in most every big city.
Yeah.
It's.
What was the quote from the other day? East Coast people are kind but not nice.
Yeah, it was written specific to LA and New York, but it.
Oh, see, I heard East Coast, West Coast.
No,
but,
we talked about this in.
Oh, we did.
Our car episode.
Oh well, stop talking.
No, but it was, New York people are kind but not nice. LA people are nice but not kind.
Okay.
Or conversely, East Coast and West Coast.
Yeah.
And it...
Yeah.
Yes, and that is the basis
of the Seattle freeze.
Yeah, people here tend to be
polite,
but not
welcoming,
making any kind of real connection. But I
don't believe that.
after living in Seattle and New York for equal amounts in both places, I disagree.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I think of my first apartment here and the lovely people there.
Yeah.
Ken
Well, and I think
yeah.
New York is a more confrontational city, but it's such a. Everybody there is on their own grind, and I think there's just as much kind of a freeze aspect of that as.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
I do love the energy of New York, though.
I do too. Sorry, I didn't mean. I don't.
No. I get what you're saying. Like, I can envision, like, when I go there, I just love, like, I get so excited because there's just so much energy, but I can envision living there and feeling so lonely.
Yep. Yes.
Because how long could you survive on that energy not being a visitor?
Right.
Yeah. We have the same visitor every time. Oh, that's because we're in a
Panama. We're in a pandemonium.
We're in a panda bear.
All right, we're going to
wrap it up.
We're
nowhere near close on this puzzle, by the way.
No, we're not. It's
fun. At least it's fun.
It is.
I'm enjoying it, unlike the sun.
Yes, I like seeing all the places that I don't quite recognize and I maybe want to go check out.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to The Living.
The Dead.
And
that cat I'm going to sit on.
The cat.
Thank you to Olive Louise for her amazing intro and outro song that she lets us use.
We didn't talk about her new song. Oh my fucking god.
God damn it, Harry.
It's so good, you guys.
What's the name of it?
Nothing's the Same is Olive Louise's new song. She's got a fully realized
she has
music
a really cool video
that is up on YouTube. Just search Olive Louise. She's also on Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify, all of the, things.
More things than we're on. Wow.
More things? Well,
that
what would we put on SoundCloud? Oh, wait, we are an audio medium. SoundCloud's for music.
Anyway, it's a great new song. It's not I was like, could we use that? Could we get... And it was like, no, that's really not good for us, but it's a great song.
As like a replacement to our current intro.
Which is good enough. Yeah.
Which is, another Olive Louise song. That's why we are thanking her. You got that. Anyway, also thank you to my big sister, Maddie, for the artwork that she made for... Well, it wasn't for us, but we stole it.
Yeah. It's, have we talked about what it actually is?
I mean, people have seen it.
It's Howard.
That is our cat Howard and some goldfish.
Some goldfish.
I don't think we actually had a goldfish at the time, so
no.
I don't think it's... I think it's a fictional OC.
Okay. Anyway, thank you to Maddie. Thank you to Olive Louise. Thank you to our cats who inspire us daily.
And dig their claws into our booties the entire time we're recording.
Pretty much.
Yep. And thank you, David, for stepping
joining
in.
us. Thank you to you for listening. Even if, you're like not really listening anymore. Like you're maybe out for a walk and you've become totally distracted and I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Please, if you have the time or the motivation, tell one of your friends about...
No, 2 friends, because that's the only way it grows.
Okay, but if they tell one friend, that one friend's going to listen to this episode and hear me say, tell one friend, and they're going to have to say...
Tell two friends.
Okay, tell two friends.
Yeah.
I'm really going to work you hard this week. Got to tell two friends about this.
But you've got 2 weeks to do it.
Right. We give you a long time.
Yeah.
So, no excuses.
Tell two friends and maybe, like, share a link with them.
About our podcast. Yeah. Also about all
it's
of
not
the
like we get paid for this.
Like,
we're just being suck-ups. Really.
You're not getting paid? That's weird.
No, we're just really looking like for something to do to get through the pandemic.
Yeah, we're just bored. We're very bored.
We're really not bored because we're tired.
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired.
Finish the damn podcast.
Oh. So good night. Thank you. God bless. Good night.
Sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah, bed bugs are gross. I know. I lived in New York for 5 years.
We had a listener from Russia.
Yeah, who are you?
Yes. I mean...
Who do I know who's in Russia? I don't remember, and if I should, and it's very obvious, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some listeners from other international areas, but we kind of feel like we've been able to figure out who those are.
Yeah.
In France, we've got about 3 or 4 options we could choose from, but we're stumped about our listener from Russia.
Yeah, so, I think the only continent we're not, besides Antarctica, is Africa.
I need somebody...
You need somebody from Madagascar to listen in. Wait,
right?
Is Madagascar considered Africa or Asia?
It's Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, it's much closer.
It is much closer to Africa. Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
We love you. Thanks.
Oh
I'm sorry,
God.
I'm so tired.
Please edit that out.
I love you, Mom.
I love you, Harry. Everything.
Everything.
In with the good thoughts, out with the bad thoughts. Thank you for your money. My fingers were stinging, left with the same feeling. No one's really listening. I have premonition. Always had the feeling that bad things are gonna happen here. You heard it here first.
Fuck, dude.